Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today we are going to create this business card design. So we are going to create the front side and the back side as well, and then we are going to use a little bit of animation. As you can see here, we are going to use a lot of Flexbox and CSS variables. Grid. It's not going to be in-depth, but just the basics of Flexbox and Grid should be enough for you to understand everything that goes on in this video. And I got the inspiration of the card from this YouTube channel called Funky. Okay, I'll leave a link in the description, so if you want to check it out, you can. Okay, so the actual card is down below. As you can see, that's a lot of After Effects illustrations and all that. Okay, so this is the card that I got. Okay, this one. Yeah, so that is what we are going to design in this video. Okay, and as you may have noticed, my English is not the best, so to get started, we are going to need Font Awesome. Okay, so let's download that. Let's get Font Awesome. Start for free. Okay, so you can download if you want. Okay, I already have mine downloaded. So as you can see here, this is my Font Awesome file, a folder. Okay, and the only image we are going to need is the logo. Okay, the logo in the design. This logo, that's what we are going to need. That's the only image we are going to need. Okay, so now let's create our files. We have index.html and then style the CSS. That is the only files we are going to need. Now let's open this in VS Code. That is the text editor I'm going to be using. Okay. Now with Emmet we can do exclamation. Okay, and then this boilerplate will be generated. Okay, so for the title, I'll say business design HTML CSS, and then let's link our Font Awesome file. I'm going to Font Awesome file, so Font Awesome CSS, and then I'm going to use this main file. Okay, and then let's link our style sheet. Okay, style the CSS. Okay, so our CSS is linked. Our CSS is linked. Our Font Awesome is also linked. So let's start with the card. Okay, so with this we are going to have a container for the whole thing, and then we have the top of the card. So we are going to do the transition at the end of the video, but yeah, so we are going to, let's code the top of the card first. Okay, this design is what we are going to target first, and then we will get to the back of the card. Okay, so we will have card front, and these shortcuts are done using Emmet. Okay, Emmet is an extension in VS Code, and we are going to have top and bottom. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom, and then you have the top as well. Okay, so we are going to say top, and then we are going to have the bottom as well. And then for the top, we are going to have the image. Sorry, we're going to have image, and that will be the logo. That will be the logo. Okay, and then we're going to have an H1 that says EGATOR or your company name, and then a P with the class of lead. With the class of lead. Sorry for the mistakes, guys. This is my very first YouTube video, so I apologize. The class of lead that says company name. You shouldn't really worry about the capitalization, because we are going to do that using CSS. So yeah, so we are done with the top. Now for the bottom, it's just going to be divs, 3 divs. Okay, we are going to have 3 divs. So with image we can do div star 3, and then it will give us 3 divs. So now we are done with the top of the card. This side of the card, we are done with it in the HTML. So let's head to CSS and finish with the coding. So as I said, we are going to have we are going to use CSS variables, right? Yeah, so for that, for the root variables, let's set the colors and then the maximum width and height for the card. Okay, so for the colors, these are the colors that I'm going to use, right? So for the colors, I'll say for the colors, I'll have a black color black. That will be 2C, and then I'll have color red. That's going to be DB1E36, and then I'll have a color white, which is going to be FFF. Color white, which is going to be FFF. Okay, and then a max width of, that's for the card, right? 32.8125 rem, and then the max height of 18.75 rem. Okay, yeah, so these are the variables for the whole project for the cards. Okay, and then our browser prefix, we are going to have this set up before and after, and all that box sizing should be data box, and let's set our margin and padding to 0. Okay, yeah, so that's enough to get us started. And then I'm going to have the image, which is the logo. I'm going to give it a fixed width of, I'm going to give it a width of 7 rem. And then the H1 is going to have a font width of 800. Okay, the transform should be uppercase. It's already uppercase, but yeah. And then text align should be centered, right? Okay, that's enough for the H1. This H1, okay, this H1. The H2 is going to be on the back of the card, which is John William. That is going to be an H2, so that is going to have a font weight of 400. Okay, yeah, so that is going to be for the A2. And then let's set our paragraph, our piece, to font size of 70%, and then font weight of 400, and then line height of 1.6. so that is going to be for our piece. And then we are going to have a lead, okay, for the P. You see, this is a little different from the rest of the piece, right? So this is going to be the lead. So let's start the lead. Okay, so P lead is going to have a font weight of 600. Okay, so that is for our paragraph, our texts. Yeah, okay. And then our I, which is going to be these icons. Okay, these icons, the fonts are some icons are going to have a color of red, which is our variable, the variable we set back at the top here. Okay, so this is the color going to be used by the font has some icons. And then They are going to have a font size of 1.6 rand. Sorry for mixing the font size with percentages and rams and all that. Sorry about it. Okay, so now the body. Let's first open this. Let's first open this in our browser. Let's use a live server. Okay, let's open this using live server. So I'm just going to click this and then to open in the browser. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, this is what we have so far. Now for the font, we are going to use a Montserrat. Okay, so let's go to Google Fonts. Let's go to Google Fonts and let's search for Montserrat. Okay, Montserrat. That's what we want. And I'm not really sure what weights I used, right? So I'm just going to copy all. I'm just going to add all these to the list. Who knows? I'm not really sure the weights I used, so yeah. And it's really no harm to add all. It's really no harm, so let's just do that. And we could just copy this and add it to our we could just copy this and add it to our HTML, okay, or we could import it instead, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to import that into our project, into our style sheet. Okay, so copy this from the import and then add it to our CSS up here. Yep, so that's going to be our font. Okay, yeah, and now let's add it to our body. So every element, every text element is going to have a Montserrat font family. So for body, we say font family. It's going to be Montserrat. Okay, so let's get that from here. Okay, yeah, simple as that. Yeah, and now let's save and then watch our text change. Okay, now for the body, I'm going to have a black color. Okay, the body is going to have a black color, so we will say background black. The variable we set, the width is going to be 100 report width, the height is going to be 100 report height, and overflow, let's set overflow to hidden, right, for both the x and then the y axis. And then the color, the text color is going to be black. Okay, yeah, so we are done with the body. Now let's go to the container. This is the container, right? Now let's start the container. The container is going to have a width of maximum width, which is what we set here. This is going to be the width, right, for the container. So the card, both the front of the card and then the back of the card are going to inherit this width. They are going to be 100% of this width, right? So this width is going to be the variable maximum width, right? And then the height is going to be the maximum height, right? Yeah, so that's going to be for the container. And then we set a position relative, top 50%. We are centering it, so, and then bottom top left 50%, and then let's transform. Okay, so let's save this first. What is from? What can I see in my text? Okay, the text are the same colors. Right, yeah, the text are the same color as the background, so we are not really seeing any difference. If you change this to white, then we are going to see the text, right? Yeah, but that's okay for now. So we are trying to center our container, so let's translate on both x and translate on both x and y axis, right? Minus 50% from the x on the x axis, and then minus 50% on the y axis. And now let's give it a background of red just to see how it is. Okay, so now our container is all set there. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so now let's head to the card itself. Okay, so from the container we have our card. Okay, and both the back of the card, and both the back and the front are going to have a class of card before a separate class to differentiate them, right? So with the general class of card, we are going to have a background of white. Okay, the background is going to be white. Yeah, and then the width is going to be 100%, as I said earlier. 100%. The height is going to be 100% as well. The box shadow is going to be 0, 2 rem, 2 rem. RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0. Black with the opacity of 30%, 30% opacity. Okay, it's going to be black with a 30% opacity. So let's say, and then okay, so now we are done with the general class of card, right? So now let's head to style the front of the card specifically, right? So let's say container card font, right? And then this is going to have a position of relative position, and then let's display grid. As I said, we are going to use grid and Flexbox in the whole project. So grid template. Okay, so if you look at the finished project, we can split this into two. We will have the top, okay, which is this side, the white with the logo and then the heading, and then we will have the bottom. Okay, so this is going to be two sections, right? So we are going to use grid to do that. Grid template rows, okay, it's going to be 8FR 2FR. okay, so this side is going to be 8, and then this is going to be in 2. This is going to be 2, right? Okay, and then let's place item to the center, and then text transform. Let's look at this. Text transform. Text transform should be uppercase so that this changes here. And then let's align the text to the center as well. Yeah, that's enough. So the top is done. Let's head to the bottom, guys. So container fonts. The bottom is going to display grid. Sorry for that. Grid templates columns. So grid templates columns is going to be 1FR, 8FR, FR, and then 1FR. So this, we are using grid for these two, right? The bottom of the card, the front card, is going to have these 3 sections, which is going to be 181. okay, from this grid columns that we are specifying here. So it's going to be 181, right? If you don't know grid, I think it's going to be a hard time understanding, but it's pretty simple. Okay, so with a height, let's give it a height of 100%. Okay, let's see, let's give it a height of 100%, and then a width also of 100%. Okay, now let's give them backgrounds. To see if it's really there, let's give it a background. Okay, a background of red. Okay, as you can see, it's there, right? Okay, so let's delete this and then give them separate background as you see in the final project. So container, card, front, bottom, div. Okay, so we are going to use pseudo selectors here. All the divs, let's give all the divs a background of black for now. So background black. Okay, and then let's use pseudo selectors to give the even divs, which is the all divs a different color. Card front, right, bottom, div, child, background should be equal to red. Okay, so that should do it. Okay, let's continue with it. So now let's continue with the back of the card. Okay, so how we are going to do this is, if you look at this carefully, you can see it's split into two, right? So it's going to be, there's going to be we are going to have a left side and then a right side, and for every left and right, for every section, we are going to have three inner sections, which is going to be the top, the middle, and then the bottom. Okay, so as you can see from the left and then the right, they are split into three more sections, right? So let's start with the left and then finish with the right. So let's say card back. Okay, and for the card back, we are going to have a left and then we are going to have a left and then a right side. Okay, and for the left side, we are going to have a top, which is this side, which is going to be the top, right? And for the top, we are going to have an image, which is our logo. And then an H1, EGATOR, and then a P with a class of lead, company, that. Okay, and that's all for the top. Okay, that's all for the left top, this side. Now let's go on to the middle. So when we are done with the top, let's head to the middle. The middle is actually going to have another class called contact details. Okay, sorry, contact -details. Okay, so, and it's going to have a span. Okay, it's going to have a span, two different spans. One is going to contain this icon, and then the other is going to contain this details. Okay, so we are going to have two spans. The first one is going to have a class of icon. So as I said, that is going to contain the icon, and the icon is going to have a class of fast glow. Okay, so there's a font item icon, and there's the class you should give it for the icon to show. Okay, and then the next span, which is the detail span or the content, is going to have two P's. Okay, www.egator.com, and then we are going to have info, our email, EGATOR. Okay, so that's all for the top, for the left top side, and then the left middle side. Okay, and that's all actually for the left. We are just going to have a div bottom, a div with a class of bottom. Since there's nothing going to be nothing is going to be in here, right? So that is all for the left side of the card, the back card. And now for the right side, let's see, we are going to have this and this. Okay, and this is going to be empty as well. So for the right, we are going to have a top as well, but this is actually going to be the details. This is actually going to contain the details, so it's going to have another class of contact details. Okay, and it's going to have some spans as well. So span with a class of icon. Okay, and then a span with the class of content. Okay, yeah, and then another span. Let's just duplicate this. Okay, and then let's change this. So this is going to be this logo, the location logo. That's all for the top. Okay, the top right. And now let's go to the middle, this side. Okay, this is the middle. With the middle, we are going to have an H2 down with and a P. And this is what we have. Okay, so this is going to be the back of the card. Okay, this is going to be the back of the card. So now let's head to the styling. Let me give some comments here. Okay, so for the back, it's going to be pretty easy, as we are going to use a lot of Flexbox and Grid to make things simple. Okay, so container card back, container card back. I'm going to display grid template columns, 1FR. They're going to be even, as we can see from there. There's going to be 1FR. There's going to be 1FR as well. Yeah, so that gives us this. Okay, 1FR. Okay, and we are going to align items to the center. And let's give it a width of 100% and the width of the container and the height of 100%. Let's position it absolute so that it covers the front of the card, so that it covers this for the meantime. Let's give it a top of 0 to do that. Position absolute. Yeah, okay, so that's what we get. And then for now, let's give it a z index of that's not even necessary for now. Okay, so let's head to the left side. Let's start this side of the card, the left side. Okay, so container card back and then left. So for the left side, we are going to display grid as well. Okay, so from the finished project, this is going to be 6 FR. Okay, this is going to be 2 FR. This is going to be another 2 FR. The same applies to this side, the right side as well. View. Okay, so let's do that. So for grid template rows, we are going to have 6 FR, 2 FR, and then 2 FR. Okay, so that gives us that, and then we are going to have width of 100%, and then height of 100% as well. Yeah, let's go to the middle. So sorry, let's start at top. Container card back left. Display flex. Just to center it, let's display flex, and then flex direction should be column. Flex direction column, and let's align them, align to the center, and then let's give it. Let's justify content to the center as well. Okay, so that's for the top. That's all we need for the top. Container card back left. Let's text transform to uppercase. Okay, yeah, that's enough. That's all. So now let's go to the middle. Okay, the middle, this side. So this is going to be the middle of the card, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to start. This is going to, okay, I actually think the image is too big. The logo is too big. So container card back left top. Okay, so the top image, right? Let's give it a width of 6 run. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Okay, so from the image we are going to start in the middle. Let's display flex. So this is the middle. Okay, this is what we're going to start. This. Okay, so let's display flex. So for easy centering, let's align items to the center, and then and justify content to the center as well. And now let's do the borders. Okay, so border top is going to be 1 pixel solid red. Okay, and then the same is going to apply for the bottom as well. Yeah, so that's what we have. Now I want to shift this. I'm going to shift this icon to the left a little bit. So container card back left middle. I could just do container card back left right. So let's do that. Margin right should be 2 rem. Let's make it 1. 2 is too dramatic. Yeah, so that's enough. That's alright. Okay, so now that we are done with the left side of the card, now let's proceed with the right side. Okay, so container card back right, and this is going to be display the same as the left. So let's just copy this and paste it in here. Let me give it a background of black, and then and then I can give it a color of white. Come on, man. I think something is wrong. Okay. Oh, okay. Mistake. The middle should be outside of the top. Okay. And then I think I forgot the bottom as well. Okay, so let me do it. Okay, that's it. Okay, so with this, let's start the top, this side. Okay, let's start this. So container, back, right, top. Let's display grid. Flex, sorry. Flex direction should be column. Direction should be column. And then let's justify content to send to the center and align items to the center as well. Yeah, so this is what we get. And give it a margin of 2 rem 0 to 2 rem 1.3 rem. Okay, and you understand why I'm giving this giving it this margin. Okay, so let me explain. With the finished project, they're going to give it a top of 2 rems and then a left of 1.3 rem. Okay, and this side will be 0. So top and bottom will be 2, and then this side will be 1.3 rem. Okay. Okay, so for the top contents, container, card back, right, contact details. Let's display grid template columns should be 2FR and then 10FR. Okay, so this is what we are doing. We are saying the icons, this icon, and then this should be 2FR, and then the rest of the contents, this and this, should be 10FR. Okay, so that's what we are doing, and then we get this right. Now let's head to the middle. I think we are done with the top, so let's head to the middle. Let me align items, sorry, to the center. Yep. Okay, so for the middle, container, card back, right, middle. Let's give it a background of red, right, and then let's display flex. Let's give it a flex direction. Let's change the flex directions to column, and then justify content to center. Align items as well to the center. And so this is what we get. Let's text transform this. Text transform to be uppercase. Font size. Let me reduce the font size a little bit. 80%. Yeah, that's good. And then the border bottom. So we are going to give it a border of white for it to match this left side bottom border top. Okay, 1 pixel solid. White. Yeah, that's it. Now we're going to do the same for the bottom as well. Bottom. Yeah. Okay, so that's all for the whole project. The front is done, the back is done. So now what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do next is the transition. Okay, so whenever we hover, we are going to give the front side a z-index of 1. Okay, so that it's by default it's up front, it's in front. Okay, and then whenever we hover over the front, we see the back side of it. Okay, so we are going to use opacity for that. So let me give the front side content card font. Okay, let me give it a z-index of 1. Okay, let me set the transition also. Transition should be all 500 milliseconds. Easy. Okay, that's okay. And then so what I'm going to do is whenever you hover over the card, the front of the card, I want the opacity to be 0. Okay, with the transition, it's going to fade out. Okay, so the opacity will go from 1 to 0, and then the back side will show. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say container card front, and then card front hover. I'm going to change the opacity to 0. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Sorry. Okay, so that does the work, but I just let me change the cursor. Okay, for the class, so cursor should be pointed. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's it for the whole project. Okay. Alright guys, so that's it for the whole project. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions or any critiques about the whole project, let me know. I'm going to leave, so I should have mentioned this.